Ryan Isakainen, First Trust just launched a number of country ETFs. What makes your country ETFs different from the ones that are already out there?
Well, if you look at the existing products that are focused on specific countries, all of them tend to be very top-heavy. What I mean by that is just a few companies represent an inordinate amount of exposure in those countries. Our process reduces some of that top-heavy stock-specific exposure while tilting the portfolio towards a series of growth and value factors that we think deliver out better returns in the long term.
Well, let's drill down a little bit into those ETFs. One of them is the Germany ETF. The ticker is FGM. What's the case for Germany right now? Will they be slowed down by the rest of Europe, especially Southern Europe?
Well, Germany and all of Europe really has already been slowed down, so I think there are some values there. And our process really is designed to uncover the stocks that are undervalued in Germany and around the world. We look at Germany as a long-term being the strongest country in Europe, and we think that, as investors become more comfortable with the Greek bailout and the lack of a financial crisis going forward, or at least mitigating that problem, that Germany, those stocks should recover nicely. And again, our process seeks the stocks that are undervalued in the German economy.
You also just released a Canada and Australia ETF. Tell me, do people still want to be in these strong commodity-based countries, heavily dependent on their natural resources?
I think they do, and I think commodities have made a nice recovery this year, and as the global economy begins to recover, we're going to see more and more interest in commodities. But keep in mind, with Australia and with Canada, we're not as top-heavy in those countries either, so we don't have as much exposure just to those large natural resource plays that the beta index does, the cap-weighted index. Instead, we're trying to uncover value in those countries as well.
Two other new ETFs from First Trust are Taiwan and Hong Kong-based ETFs. Is this a play on peripheral China, perhaps?
Well, I think it is, especially in Taiwan. In the case of Taiwan, I mean, their biggest trading partner is China. They supply a lot of the technology for China and the rest of the world. Hong Kong, I think, is also, a big trading partner, obviously, with China. But again, and I've said it before, our process uncovers value in those countries, and so it decreases some of that stock-specific exposure that you find in both Taiwan and in Hong Kong.